Jalin Hyatt has been making a ton of noise, and we gotta talk about it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. My name is Noah. We gotta talk about some football, specifically the Giants. More specifically, Jalin Hyatt. We have a lot to talk about. Over the last couple years of his career, we really haven't had much to talk about except the lack of production. But today, I am here to tell you guys, fellow Giants fans, we have hope in our young wide receiver to pop off this year. Here is why. Who is Jalin Hyatt? If you guys for some reason are living under a rock, do not know who Jalin Hyatt is, this was a 2023 third round pick out of Tennessee. He had a lot of potential, a lot of hype around him. He was known as one of the best deep threats in college football. Fast guy, 4.3 speed, had a 5 touchdown game versus Alabama, and ultimately a ton of hype about him, around him coming into the league. Now, year one in the NFL, what went wrong? Well, there was a lot, and it wasn't necessarily his fault. He was drafted by the Giants. They, at the time, were a team really without a true deep ball quarterback, really lacking an offensive identity. Had a lot of struggles, both defensively, both offensively. Daniel Jones had a lot of limitations in terms of what he can do. Clearly, a deep ball was not in his bag too often. And ultimately, that left Jalin Hyatt, who is a positional player and a dependent player, dependent on the quarterback, in the dust. And he had nothing. It also didn't help considering that we had one of the worst offensive lines at the time as well. So Daniel Jones wasn't good. He didn't have help. He doesn't have help by his quarterback. Ultimately, it was just a mess. It was one of the worst offenses I've seen probably in my life. Now, with that being said, it is very, very easy to say that he was obviously underutilized in a weak offense. If he was in a proper offense where they have things worked out, all the things that offense should have worked out, he would have been utilized, and he would have been known already by people around the league. There were no designed deep shots for him, and it was just, besides a couple of things in his rookie year, he just didn't have anything. He had 23 catches for 373 yards in 2023, and he had, until this day, no touchdowns. He had a touchdown in preseason. Literally has shown almost nothing, and it's sad because this is not a reflection of how good of a player he really is. Now, I want to circle back to why this really isn't his fault. Like I said, he is a pure deep threat receiver. He is fast, he has the elite speed, and ultimately, he has to have a quarterback that can throw him a deep ball. Kind of like Russell Wilson has been doing. I'm gonna lower this real quick. Russell Wilson has been feeding him practice this last week or so, couple weeks honestly. Jalin Hyatt has been making a lot of noise, and I planned on making a video about him. I'm glad I made it when I did now, because now I have a decent amount of material to work with. At first it was, oh, okay, he's just catching a pass from Jackson Dart. Now it's he's playing with the first team in practice, and honestly, it just seems like a lot of positive and good news are surrounding Hyatt. Now, I do want to talk about Russell Wilson for a second. Obviously, Russell has history as a deep ball specialist, some might say. His play style is really the type that will help Jalin Hyatt advance and really develop. I don't want to expand too much on that because I could talk about Russell Wilson for a while. Russ is the guy I really grew up loved to watch. He was always a magician at the pocket, Magic Russ. He always made something happen, man. So I think that type of skill set is exactly what Jalin Hyatt needs, because before, when he had Daniel Jones, he had the type of receiver that would, or the quarterback, I mean, that would, if he doesn't have his first look, he's probably going to run the ball or maybe throw a bad pass and force it and then make an interception. Daniel Jones was really not the type of guy to run around and buy time to really make a pass happen. It was more like, if he doesn't have a look, he's going to run the ball and just decide to run it. Now, getting back on topic, Jalin Hyatt already has been making big plays in practice with Russell Wilson. Like you guys can see right here, this touchdown pass. I'm not too sure how deep this is. I'm sure if I see it somewhere, I can find it. But yeah, man, this was from today. There was another one from, and this was from May 28th. So this is one of the first videos I started sparking the Hyatt. You can see my reply right there. Hyatt finally arriving. This is one of the first plays I really started sparking the Hyatt is here narrative, if you will. And honestly, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. You guys know what Hyatt's capable of. I know what Hyatt's capable of. He just needs the quarterback. Now let's get back on topic really quick. I got caught yapping a little bit. So I was talking about Russell Wilson. Let's talk about Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart obviously has the arm talent. He has the potential. He could continue after Russ is done with us. He can continue to unlock Hyatt's full potential if and when he takes over at quarterback. And ultimately, Hyatt can be one of those guys that is just a reliable, deep threat weapon. Because I'm telling you guys, if he's used properly, he can be huge on any team he's on, man. And I just want to really show and emphasize how I don't even know the words. I'm just trying to emphasize how huge of a deal this is, because I will pull up his college stats right now. 2020, 276 yards, probably not utilized properly. 226 yards in 2021, probably not utilized properly. And in 2022, 1,267 yards. He went from 200 yards back-to-back seasons with 2 touchdowns to 1,200, almost 1,300 yards and 5 touchdowns, and the highest average of 18.6, and he got an All-American award. This is how you use these type of players right here. This was obviously his progression from freshman to junior at Tennessee, and obviously I get that these stats were kind of inflated because he had about 5 touchdowns in this one game, 6 catches for 207 yards and 5 touchdowns, 67 catches, 1267 yards, and school record 15 touchdowns, unanimous first team All-American, and winning, I don't even know how to say that, some kind of award, top receiver in the nation. This is how you use these type of players, bro. Giants need to take a page out of whatever Tennessee did in his junior year, and they need to replicate this. I'm telling you guys, Giants have 4 receivers that can all get 1,000 yards if they're used properly. We have Malik Neighbors, who is an absolute star. We have Darius Slayton, we have Jalin Hyatt, and we have Wan'Dale Robinson. We have a very talented wide receiver crew. If you guys want to hear me talk more about the wide receiver unit on the Giants, I will put this up in the corner. Go ahead and click my video from yesterday. This is a video about Darius Slayton. It might be yesterday, it might be 2 days ago. Regardless, it's my last video. I talked about the receivers and their potential quite a bit in that video as well. But I really just wanted to show his college stats to really emphasize that we are not utilizing him properly at all. If we were, he would have more yards. He would have at least 1 touchdown. He would have anything. This OTA buzz obviously means something. Clearly, the gears are moving. Clearly, the pieces are being put together. For the first time, I feel like Giants are in a great spot. We have a very, very bright future. Hyatt was a victim of terrible circumstances and cluelessness his rookie year. Obviously, last year wasn't help either. Ultimately, these stats are going to be different when you look at next season. I'm guaranteeing it right now. All the videos and everything that's been coming out, I feel very optimistic about Hyatt heading into this season. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you guys think this will really pan out the way we think? Or is he just another John Ross? Is he just another one of those quick players that doesn't end up being anything? Let me know down below, man. If you guys did enjoy this video, man, be sure to drop a like. If you want more Giants content, go ahead and hit subscribe. Other than that, my name is Noah, and I'm out. Peace.